The Applejack, the vision of the 16th century Caravel. The Caravels were a ship that was designed by the Portuguese, probably in the 15th, 16th century, and they were the ship of choice of the explorers. Sometimes you can't see the trees for the woods, but this thing's been sitting here waiting for somebody to discover it, just like when Ponce de León discovered Florida. It was sitting there waiting for Ponce de León to discover it. Well, that was almost 500 years ago. We're sitting here looking at a boat that could easily be converted, and I say easily, I'm somewhat of a romantic. But if the cameraman can focus in on this picture here, you got it? Basically, our goal is to convert for a commemorative floating float the Applejack into apple in Spanish, manecilla. The owner of the boat, Captain Ken Thomas, bought the boat in 1981 from Desco, which is the Ringhaver shrimp boat company on the south side of the San Sebastian. The boat has been used for the last 30 years as a shrimper. And no longer, it's way too big and way too expensive to run as a shrimper. It is a wooden hull. The basic lines of the hull are very similar to the 16th century Caravel. It's 73 feet long. Caravel is 69 to 74 feet. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? But the second thing to me that's very important is the Greeks came here with the Menorcans and they started building boats, the tradition of building boats in the San Sebastian River. And when I first moved here in 1959, the San Sebastian River was the #1 shrimp boat building facility in the world. They were cranking them out. They built over 3,000 shrimp boats in the years of the shrimp boat days. So we've got the commemoration of Ponce de León, we got the commemoration of the 450th of St. Augustine, we got the commemoration of the incredible history of the boat building in the San Sebastian River in St. Augustine. And this was the last wooden boat built in the San Sebastian by Desco. That's the Ringhaver family. This marina, St. Augustine Marina, has been gracious enough and had the imagination enough to say, hey, that ain't a bad idea. You're going to be here for a while and we're just going to help you any way we can. And I think that's huge. It's absolutely huge. What Ken Thomas is going to do, he's going to remove the wheelhouse, the engine, the rigging, the prop, the shaft. Those are all things we need to remove anyways, because what we're going to do is prepare the hull and glass it below the water line and start refitting the hull to the Caravel configuration. The Applejack is being moved today from this spot where it's been taken out of the water to the southwest corner of this marina. And it will be there so that people can see it as it's being built into a floating float. How do we prepare this boat? How are we going to do it? We're going to start an old-fashioned New Orleans style Mardi Gras float crew. Definition of a crew: a group of interested, dedicated people to conserve and create a tasteful replica of the 16th century Caravel. Members of the crew will be only people allowed on the boat. The original plank crew will comprise of 100 members. The first 50 members will be $100 per member. But to be a member of the crew, you have to sign on as either a painter, a carpenter, a rigger, an engineer, electrician, a finance, PR, or social. First come, first serve on that. We will be looking for quality in people who are enthusiastic, who have talent that can be used towards the end result of this boat. The end result, the final goal: represent Florida in the 500th anniversary of 30.8, represent St. Augustine for its 450th, and perhaps be the lead vessel in the blessing of the fleet, or the lead vessel in the Christmas lighting. The boat will be leased temporarily from Ken Thomas, the owner of the boat, and he will remain the captain of the boat. The city of St. Augustine actually recognizes this as a 450th project, And also Applejack is the Spanish name. Applejack is English, the English name, and Manasía is a Spanish name. So we're not even going to change the name of the boat. St. Johns County will recognize the Applejack project for its 500th anniversary, and the lighthouse has just come on board. So don't miss the boat. Come on aboard. This is going to be just like fun. A little dirty under the fingernails, but just like fun. Thank you.